SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo has the latest for us from Durban. Ayanda, good afternoon to you and welcome. So just share with us from your perspective, some of the developments where you are at the Albert Luthuli Conference Centre.
Afternoon, Ayman. Good afternoon to our viewers at home. Well, what I can tell you at the moment is it does seem to be a little bit quiet behind me. That's because the delegates are having a late lunch, as we know that today, as you've said, it is day 2 and the final day of this conference. It was again expected to start at 9 a.m. this morning after a long night. Delegates only left the plenary at around 4 a.m. in the morning as they could not agree and as a result were unable to adopt the credentials. They started a bit late, first meeting to caucus amongst each other. Also took about 3 hours once they had entered the plenary, just finalizing last minute points or trying to clear out some last minute disputes. As we know that one of the issues that was raised today was around the voting rights of the regional task team leaders, with the Zandile Gumede faction saying that they were opposed to the regional task team leaders voting, while Thabani Nyawose's faction, they wanted the RTT to vote, saying that in the Mpumalanga province, the regional task team or the provincial task team members there had been allowed to vote. The PC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, that is the Provincial Executive Committee, of course guided by the National Executive Committee deployees that were here, guiding the provincial leaders, then deciding against that, saying that in KZN, the province had decided that in all its regional conferences, and there were about 8 regions where the RTTs were in place, regions that had been disbanded, and they could not then make a decision, will rule differently for eThekweni region. And so as a result, what has happened now, the conference has decided officially that the members of the RTT or the leaders of the regional task team will not vote in this conference. So the late lunch, I would say now, after which then we know that the nominations have been done, and the delegates will then go and start voting for their preferred leaders that will lead this region. So Imani, that's where things are stand at the moment. I suppose it is going to be a long night, as you know that voting is quite a lengthy process in itself. There's often counting and recounting. So it is expected to be another long night for delegates here.
Again, Ayanda, thank you very much for that update. We'll be crossing throughout the evening as developments continue to take place there down in KZN. So Ayanda, thank you for that update.